Good evening, Lake Orion. Hope you're doing well. We have a new pope, and we're back live again here. My name's Ian Witherspoon, and I am between Taorminas. All right. Well, inappropriate's all right. Hey, we're here. Hey, how are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Good, good. You doing all right?
Peachy, how are you?
Chris?
Fabulous, my man.
Great.
Fabulous.
Got our Lions Insider today.
Welcoming Chris back to the show.
Yep, our
Yes.
Lions Insider here
Show
to talk a little 55. Oh, he was on 55.
He's on 55,
Wow.
yes.
Man,
Some steel trap of a memory.
Touche.
We're
guys.
at
right there.
72 right now, and we're on 55. So
it's been a while.
yeah, it has.
It's been a while.
Wow.
It really has.
Glad to be back.
Well, listen, before we get to the Lions and their big moves today, I think the top news of all of NFL free agency, there's been reports of black smoke from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough because Wes Welker's gone.
Yep.
Wes Welker's a Denver Bronco.
Yep.
I heard
that is
about
true.
that.
Heard
2
about
years,
Oh, God.
12
I
million.
heard about
2
that.
years, 12 mil.
it.
I think the Patriots will survive without him, though.
You know what? I think it's actually a good move for both because Denver needs a guy like that. Peyton Manning will help him. He'll help Peyton Manning. But Danny Amendola from St. Louis
Yep.
reports he might go to the Patriots. I think that's a great fit. It's
I
cheaper
think
than
it
Wes
is.
Welker.
I think it is.
He's younger,
Younger.
Makes sense, yes.
and
He can also go longer than Wes Welker.
right, and it gives Patriots a little more room to get somebody like, God help us, Nnamdi Asomugha, you know, Charles Woodson, Ed
Aren't-
Reed.
Aren't the Patriots still? I mean, they got Edelman. I mean, wasn't that
Yeah.
supposed to always? They were prepping him to be
They're supposed to be
there.
Welker's backup, but
I don't know.
he's like a utility guy, though. He's,
Right.
Right.
Who knows if you can count on him?
Yeah. Either way, Patriots think they'll be fine.
Patriots and Ravens,
So
man.
Pat,
Ravens are in trouble.
Yeah, they're.
oh, they lost.
They lost a lot.
Who's that? Their DN they lost.
They
they lost everyone. All their linebackers.
All their
are gone.
linebackers.
except for Suggs. That's
Yeah.
it.
When they run a 3-4.
I think
yeah.
the Patriots will be fine. I think the Ravens, we'll see what happens.
They got Joe Flacco.
That's all they have.
Yeah.
The big
All right.
man.
Those teams don't matter. Not in this show. Not in this time. The Honolulu Blue and Silver made some big moves today.
Yes, they did.
They had some items they needed to address, and they addressed all of them
Had some
so
holes.
far. Right? Safety, D-end, running back,
And cornerback.
and a corner.
I
They signed their own.
I think one of the biggest ones was just bringing back Chris Houston.
Why?
I know you don't agree, but
No, I don't.
what are you gonna? If he walks, where? I mean,
Well,
where
you
are we going?
got Asamoah still in the market. Would have in the market. You could go out to Ed Reed. You know, this is what you're gonna get in Chris Houston. I mean, this is a guy who's gotten burned at least half of the year this
Oh,
year.
God.
And of course, one particular play I know was against the Atlanta Falcons, where Roddy White just completely burned him on a slant route, on a streak route.
That's not a slant,
Here
yeah.
he gets here, Matt Ryan throwing the ball. Here, oh look, Chris Houston gets burned, and so off for a touchdown. And explain that to me. Is that what you're gonna re-sign yourself for 5 years to this guy? Are you kidding me?
That's one play.
Yeah, take you a long
That's
time
terrible.
to
Terrible.
YouTube that one.
Terrible.
Yeah, name one more time he got burned like that.
Well, I got a couple of them.
All right, let's hear one.
Asamoah is going to cost you way too much. Ed Reed's not coming here. I mean,
But
this was the right move.
there's
I mean,
still-
how many years do we go in and out, and our secondaries? It's a mismatch. I mean, we plug and play. That's not the way to go. Get some cohesiveness. I think Chris Houston. It was a great sign.
Chris Houston, that's a terrible sign.
Oh, God.
That's a terrible sign.
Agree to disagree.
All right.
Agree to disagree.
Corner help we got. Well, stayed in house. More secondary help. Glover Quincy, coming from the Texans. Very durable. Played all 16 games last 3
Yeah.
years.
Big acquisition.
Good cover guy. Great move.
Versatile.
Big acquisition here.
Sometimes
for the
plays
Lions.
linebacker in their nickel
Yep.
packages too. So I mean, That was,
This is
Well,
a big acquisition.
versatile player.
yeah,
Very
absolutely.
versatile.
All right.
It's a big acquisition for the Lions, I think. If you look at what this guy can bring, of course, he played on a playoff team last year. He's going to bring that experience to a very youthful secondary. You know, I still think the Lions do need another corner besides Houston, but it's a positive move in the right direction. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I think that was a great move. I think with Golston, you know, there was reports going out that Lions had interest in him, but I think he ended up getting $8.5 million for
5 years, I think.
They overpaid that, and I don't know. In our division, we kind of need more cover corner.
Where did Golston
Yes.
go to?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay? Where did
Yes.
he go?
All right. So we're all in consensus. Quincy,
Yes.
good signing.
Upgrade,
Versatile,
yes.
yes.
Big
Very
upgrade.
Good
versatile.
signing. Good signing.
Big
Very
upgrade.
versatile.
All right. D end, Jason Jones, Southfield guy, went to Eastern.
Went to Lathrop, I know that.
He played tackle for the Seahawks last year.
He's
We're going to move him to end.
He's a hybrid. So.
Yeah.
Hybrid.
6'5", 275.
It's good to be home for him.
It's a good size for the
Good
end.
It's good, but it's going to depend on the Namakong Sioux with him because if you look at, I mean, like Jones last year averaged about 6.5 sacks, and if he gets to about 8, you know, I think it's a good signing. But I'm a little bit suspect because it depends on the play of Namakong Sioux and Nick Fairley. I think with Jason.
Well,
Jones.
I think too. You gotta figure out where he is gonna play. If he is gonna play end, I think the positive thing with this signing is, you know, our 3 main D tackles, if you count Jones, Sue, and Fairley, all those guys can jump to the outside too. So you have an in and out pass rusher. So I think, again, they're going to be versatile, and they're going to come from all angles. So
It's definitely.
he's a depth guy, but it was
He's a good guy. I mean, like, but I'm very curious to see how he does. You know what I mean, especially in this lineup. But then again, you know, he does bring local product. He's big. He's athletic. You know, hybrid. You know, I do agree with you on that.
He played under Washburn too in Tennessee, so he knows the scheme, knows the wide 9. So
God bless the wide 9. Probably see that around some more. All right. Also on the other end, Willie Young. Offered him tender, $2 million or something like that. Willie Young, is this somebody that is he going to stick in the depth role, or do we see him with Cliff Averill gone and Vanden Bosch gone? Do we see him getting more time?
he's definitely going to get more time now.
He'll get
I think
more
putting
time.
that second round tender on him right now, I think that solidifies him. If the season were to start today, he's starting opposite Jones. I mean, who else are you going to put there?
Yeah.
Lawrence Jackson's still a free agent.
Well, also you got the draft too. You know what I mean to look at.
Correct. But
What about the one guy we haven't talked about yet, Reggie Bush?
Whoa. We're talking on one side of the ball here, man.
I know.
Chill.
But let us talk.
You want to
about
move
Reggie
along
Bush.
to
Let's
Reggie?
move
Oh,
along,
jeez.
yes. I think that's the big storyline going around. What do you guys think about Reggie Bush? Chris, I'll start with you.
Oh, I think it's a good replacement for Javid Bess. I think his time in Miami isn't really a good sample size of what he can do for
Bush
this team.
got a lot more
about New
time when he was in Miami. He was the feature
What about New
back.
Orleans?
In New Orleans, he wasn't much of the feature back
But
because
I know the Lions are considering him the feature back, but in reality, he's not going to get 300 carries.
no, he
He's
won't
not going to get
300
250.
carries,
He's going to get
but-
around 200. But you know, if he can pull in 60, 70 catches, I mean that's what we're
Well,
looking
also
for
you
him
got
to do.
Mikel LaShore also. You know, I think that if you put Bush and Mikel LaShore together, you know, LaShore becomes your power back. Bush becomes your speed and skill guy. Like, I think the Lions have been waiting for this for a long, long time. Like, Reggie Bush can be your lightning, and then Mikel LaShore can be your thunder. I mean, it's a perfect fit for this team.
I agree.
I'm skeptical about this move because what Reggie Bush are we going to see? Are we going to see the Reggie Bush from New Orleans? Are we going to see the Reggie Bush from USC? Or are we going to see the Reggie Bush that played for Miami?
Hopefully, we see the one from his early days.
Yeah, USC would be nice.
I think if it was me, in my opinion, I think this would be my opinion for Reggie Bush's football number for the year. I think number 5 would be perfect for Reggie Bush.
I'm skeptical about this. We're going to just see what happens.
Well, you know, the biggest thing I think Bush is going to bring is when you watch the Lions last year and how they defended Calvin Johnson,
Yep.
everything up the middle, they were It was given to him.
6 or 7 guys in the box.
You have Bush out there to catch a little screen or create some room, get those 6-7 yards every down.
They,
But
or when they need it.
I'm concerned about, besides Megatron, who's in the other side? You know, Nate Burles is coming off an injury. Ryan Broyles is coming off an injury. There's a lot of questions at the other side of wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like, I know they cut Titus Young. That was rightfully so. But I'm just concerned about Ryan Broyles and Nate Burleson because they're coming off back from injuries.
well, Reggie Bush also had more plays of 20 yards or more than the entire
Lions
running back
team,
roster
yeah.
of last year.
The rest
So
of them got 4.
we got him for explosive plays, and you know that's what he can deliver. So hopefully,
Yeah.
Time's going to tell on that signing, but you know, he's won a Super Bowl. He knows what
Yes.
it takes. He came from a good organization in the Saints, who I of course love. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting, huh? Another name to add to the stockpile on
Yeah.
offense.
We'll see.
We'll just see what happens in the draft, you know.
Yes.
they're setting themselves up good for the draft
Yeah.
right now.
Lions
that
had
they
the
are.
5th pick in the draft. I still think they're going to go after an offensive tackle. They need another one.
At number 5.
Yeah, they need another
We'll
one.
see.
God help us.
I think you can get.
We'll see.
I think you can get one later, but
Well, they do
We'll see.
need it. They do need to rebuild that offensive line.
they're doing that right now.
Yeah. We'll see. Hey, maybe we'll have Chris back.
Mm-hmm.
Draft special, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Love that.
Our
Love
draft
to have
expert. All right, hey. We come back. We're going to talk a little Big Ten tournament preview here on Between Taorminas.
ONTV is proud to bring local government meetings to the community live on Comcast Channel 20 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. However, if you're unable to watch the meetings on their original broadcast date, you can watch replays on our website at a time that best fits your viewing schedule. Visit orionontv.org and click on the large Meetings on Demand button on the left side of our homepage. Then click the month and year of the meeting you are looking for. You will be presented with a list of meetings for that month. Click on the meeting you wish to watch and then click on the View Select Program button. The media player features a play pause button, a scrub bar, volume bar, and a full screen mode. You can also skip ahead by clicking on the indexed agenda items below the video. ONTV hopes to continue to make not only the meetings, but all of our programming accessible online through our website and our YouTube channel. For more information, visit orionontv.org or call us at 248-693-3377. ONTV, bringing your government to you.
Hey, welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Between Taorminas, where we are live from Between Taorminas.
Ian, you're scaring me. every
Sorry. All right, hey. That was good Lions talk, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice when we have somebody who knows what they're talking about. Unlike.
You be
day.
quiet.
You be quiet.
All right, sorry. Hey, Big Ten tournament starts tomorrow.
Yep.
Michigan's a 5 seed. State is
They
2
have to
seed.
play the
3 seed. Excuse me.
They have to play the first. Michigan's got to play the first day. That's gonna be just awful for them.
After they were ranked 1 in the nation.
No, the way they lost that game
Yep.
to Michigan's
Lost
had some
Indiana.
terrible losses. I mean, like
Including the one they're going to play Penn State.
including
Yeah,
the game
that
that
was the
they're
big-
playing
their
tomorrow.
biggest
Penn
loss.
State. You know, if you look Penn State can beat Michigan.
Could.
It could happen because Michigan's got no interior, none whatsoever. Don't give me that garbage about Nick Stauskas and Jordan Morgan. I think Nick Stauskas and Jordan Morgan are overrated.
McGarry,
Ooh, that's cold.
Mitch McGarry.
Mitch
Oh yeah, Mitch
McGarry.
McGarry.
Yeah.
I think he's overrated too.
Yeah.
Wow, you're cold. You're certainly not going to be on the Michigan bandwagon.
No.
But you look at the matchups. You look at these matchups. The way that it looks, it seems to be looking like an Indiana versus either Ohio State or Michigan State final.
Well, if
And
you
would
look-
anybody complain about that?
No, I mean it's the toughest conference in the nation, and you look at they have a chance of 7 teams participate in the NCAA tournament. That is unbelievable for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
If you look at the Big Ten tournament, yeah, I mean, like Minnesota's a 9 seed, yeah, but I think they're a tournament team. If you look at Iowa's on the bubble right now. If
Right.
Iowa can win at least 2 games
in the Big Ten tournament, I think they're going to get in to the dance. The Big Ten might have 8 teams in the tournament if that's the case.
It could happen. And that, I mean, you imagine how happy Big Ten commissioner's going to be.
Jim Delaney.
Jim Delaney really don't care how happy he ever is. To be honest.
Is it about getting teams into the tournament, or is it winning games in the tournament?
Well, if you look at
I'd say lots of bragging rights.
if you're on the bubble, you know, you need to win certain games in the tournament. You know, you look at a team in the Big Ten that I said to you earlier was Iowa. Iowa's had some horrible losses, just horrible losses, and they need to win at least 2 games to at least get in the tournament. I think if you look at a team like Minnesota's already in my opinion. They have a win over Indiana, Michigan State, and they beat Michigan.
No.
Minnesota, no.
No, they
No.
didn't beat them.
I say whoever wins the tournament is probably going to get #1 seed, whether it be Indiana, Ohio State, or Michigan State. In the NCAA tournament. It's possible. Very possible.
I don't see Ohio State getting #1 seed.
You know?
I don't know. That's just me. But the question, though, about is it more important to go further in the big dance or get teams there? What's more important for the Big Ten?
I think it's more important for them to at least get teams, get more teams in.
Get 8 teams
Get
as
8
opposed to
teams in
like
as
5 or
opposed to getting,
6.
like 5 or 6 because it helps your credibility as a conference.
I think it's more. I think it depends what team you talk to. Like teams that like Indiana or Ohio State or Michigan State, you know, they don't really need to win the Big Ten tournament, but I know a lot of it is for pride and for bragging rights. But I mean, in terms of like an Iowa, they need to win these games just to get into the NCAA tournament. So I really think it depends on what team you talk to and what team needs it more.
Who would Iowa play if they won their first matchup? Who would that second game be against?
Iowa's the 7th seed, aren't they?
There's a bracket.
There's the bracket right here.
Looks like they would
Iowa
play
plays
Ohio
Northwestern.
State.
Iowa
first.
plays Northwestern first, and then that winner plays
Plays
Michigan
Michigan
State.
State.
So you're saying if Iowa,
Iowa needs to beat Michigan State.
I just
think, to
don't
get-
see
I don't
them.
see that happening.
I don't see them winning 2 games.
No.
So they're
But that's the team I think that really.
NIT still available? Is that still going on?
Yeah, I think Iowa City.
Madison-
I think
NIT.
Fred McGaffrey's done a nice job over there in Iowa City. I think he can. I think I can see him going to the NIT.
What about the curious case of the Michigan Wolverines? Okay, you know, would they go into the preseason ranked 2?
Mm-hmm.
They were 1 at one point.
Yep.
Uh,
They lost a couple of tough ones.
some bad road losses.
Penn
okay?
State,
What is their
Michigan State.
what's a success and what's a failure after the tournament this year?
If you look at Michigan, they don't have an interior game. You know what I mean?
We know, but what? Okay, to
We're
get
watching-
bounced in the first round against Ohio, not a success, right?
Ohio's a good team.
They got to go past the Sweet 16.
Past the
Especially
Sweet 16.
if they're going to be playing in Auburn
They're
Hills.
playing
two
Auburn
games.
Hills,
It's
yeah.
two-
But
it's two
if you
layups.
look at the
Right.
teams, if they get who I think they can get in the first round, if it's a team that has a very good point guard, very
boy.
good center, I think they're in trouble in the first round. I know you're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking too.
1, 2, 3. Say the team name. 1, 2, 3.
South Dakota State.
Oh God! and they're from where now?
Yeah,
The
we'll
Summit-
talk,
the
about,
Summit
we'll
League,
talk
right.
about that third time.
They just won last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
okay.
talk about that third time.
All right. So for a team like Indiana, a team like Michigan State, maybe Ohio State, anything short of the Final Four, their season is probably not a success. Correct?
Well, you can also put Michigan in there too.
But that's what
because-
I'm getting at. Is that what Michigan? Is that where they're at? Is that the level they're at? They need to make the Final Four to be happy.
A lot of people I know in the upper ends of Michigan, I know, are want that to happen.
But it
Well, you
just
want it.
I
depends.
don't
It
think-
depends on the luck of the draw in the NCAA tournament. But that's for a topic
They-
next week.
I think they got to win. They got to go to the Sweet 16 first off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I would
think
agree
they
with that.
Let's. I mean, with Michigan, I mean they got to have a really good showing in this Big Ten tournament if they want to make some noise come the NCAA tournament draw.
Right. All right. Let's call it right now. Who's the final game?
Who I think is going to win it, I think the final game is going to be Michigan State against Indiana. I think Michigan State's got a complete team. And the one thing about that team that I like, they're deep. Michigan State is deep on the guards, they're deep on the bigs, and they've got some really good role players on that team. I think, and also, you can't go against Tom Izzo. That's hard to do.
There's one thing that can hurt him though. Keith Appling. Yes?
It could, but I think free throws could hurt them too. But I think Michigan State can overcome that. I think they win the Big Ten tournament.
Plus, what month is it?
March.
It's March.
Chris,
Izzo usually does pretty good, huh?
I kind of agree. I think Indiana is more superior than any other team in the Big Ten, so I think they're going to get there. And I just think Michigan State, their experience, I
think you going Indiana or Michigan State?
Oh, I'll take Indiana.
Okay. Well, here's my pick. Drum roll, please. I'm gonna go with the Michigan State Spartans. You see, here's why I'm saying Michigan State, because they have a big interior game. They have of course, with Payne and Nix, I think, and then of course they have Brandon Dawson, I think, and then of course you have Gary Harris, who's a good shooter, and I think
Travis
Trice coming off the bench. I think if you look at what Michigan State has coming in, I just think that they're more deeper than Indiana. I know Indiana's got the best player in the tournament, and Victor Oladipo and Cody Zeller, but I just think that Michigan State's going to be on a mission in Chicago, and I think they're going to win this Big Ten tournament.
Does that set them up for number 1 seed?
And it will get them a number 1 seed.
It will get them a number 1 seed if
they win this tournament.
If they beat Indiana.
Does
Indiana still get a number 1 seed?
No.
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 No. No.
7 minutes left.
Speak up there, Patrick. 7 minutes. Oh boy, we are cruising in time here. All right, so we got our picks in. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to give my pick for who I think was going to win.
Sorry.
Northwestern?
I was going to go with Nebraska.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Nebraska's got this one. All right. Hey, listen, when we come back, we're going to talk about something here on Between Taorminas.
Orion Township Community Programs invites area families to the 4th Annual Growing Green Expo on Wednesday, March 20th from 1 to 7 p.m. Vendors will be stationed throughout the Orion Center offering information on green products, career opportunities, energy efficiency, greening your home, organic gardens, and parks and trails. Parking and admission is free to the public. That's the Growing Green Expo at the Orion Center, Wednesday, March 20th from 1 to 7 p.m. For more information, call 248-391-0304, extension 305, or visit oriontownship.org.
Hey, this is Mickey York from Fox Sports Detroit. When I want to get the inside scoop on local sports, I watch Between Taorminas or Fox Sports Detroit.
All right, welcome back to Between Taorminas, and we were going to talk a little Summit League, but
I'll make mention of it.
Got no time right now, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Anthony?
First things first, congratulations South Dakota State on winning the Summit League championship on both the men and women's basketball teams. Now, my call out involves this team lost in the first round. I love my brothers to death. But, I mean, this is the second year in a row in that dang tournament that went out in the first round. Oakland. Why?
Oh no.
It's simple. I love my brothers to death, but, I mean, we lose to Fort Wayne by 19 points, 91-72. We need to get our act together on defense, gentlemen. Do I think you can do it? Of course. I believe that we can get back to tournament presence and win that championship again. Just got to get it done on the defensive end. Offense is fine. Defense, we got to fix that. Oakland, just got to get it done.
Well, of course, I have two call-outs tonight. My first call-out, I've had a huge beef with him for a long, long time. He's been wanting insults to me. The first one I'll call out is the current track coach, current sprint coach. His name is Kevin Crowder. Kevin Crowder, why? Let's look at it here that you have insulted me for the last 7 months and said that I can't beat my brother.
You can't.
Well, here's the thing. I might not beat him, but I know I can beat you.
What?
I know I can beat you.
I like that you admitted you can't beat me.
I know
We both can beat Ian. We both know that.
I'm going to beat you this year. I mean, like, if you look at it here, Crowder, you know, I'm disappointed that you say that you don't think I can beat people this year. I'll prove you wrong this spring. I'll prove you wrong. You just wait and watch. And then my last call out, of course, is going to be a guy that I have a huge beef with, who's right now sleeping his dreams away. His name is Jay Shara. Jay Shara, why? Let's look at it here that you would. Why would you ever say, I know I'm superior than you are. I know that I know I'm better than you. I can beat you in basketball. And I can beat you in anything, like miniature golf. I can beat you in, like, certain things.
Mud wrestling?
Huh?
Mud wrestling?
Yeah, probably not. I prefer to be clean. But, you know, Jay, I'm disappointed that you say that you would want to beat me in a fight. I know I could beat you in a fight.
What?
In a fight. Ding, ding.
This is a train wreck. This is a train wreck.
You're a train wreck. And, of course, should be on the next version of the DirecTV Genie commercial as a genie.
Along with Curtis?
Along with your friend Curtis Etherton.
Oh, good grief.
That's
Oh,
all I
good
have.
grief.
Wow. Well, you just took that show right off the rails.
Yes,
Thanks
you
a
did.
lot.
That's some beef. That's serious beef.
Yeah. I'm going to bet you both Jay and Curtis are going to come back on the show and kick your butt. It could happen.
Could happen. They have a wrestling ring here once a month.
Yeah. What about
Sammy, think about it.
And what about that Kevin Crowder call? Woo! I liked what he said that you couldn't beat me.
I'll beat you this
Then again, both of you couldn't beat me, so no biggie.
I'll beat you this year.
Oh, God. All right.
Both of you just couldn't beat me. Look at them. Look those two losers right there.
All right, enough.
No.
All right, hey. It's a good show today.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to our guest, Chris, for coming by.
Thank you
Yeah,
again, Chris.
thanks for having me.
You
More
folks
than
at
welcome to come
home,
on anytime.
you
Oh,
can catch
take
Chris
you up on that.
next week on karaoke here. He'll be doing some foreigner tunes.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Excuse me. Sorry. He might be doing AC/DC.
Lou Graham, watch out.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. And maybe our draft insider when the time comes.
Put me out. Put me out there.
All right. Great. Well, boys, anything else? Final words?
Nope.
We'll see what happens next week.
We'll see what happens next week. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Bye, everyone.
99.